Hey everyone, welcome to your university, the place where we talk all about the Dragon Ball universe. Today we are going to go through Goku awakening the Angel Shine. And if you would like to see more Dragon Ball content, please leave your like and subscribe to join our university. Superior Instinct is an ability used only by those who are able to master it, with Goku being the only character to acquire a form that is not complete, but can be used in combat and is as powerful as any he has used to date. Although some gods of destruction have tried to master it, few have been able to. And with that, seeing that Goku has even managed to reach his full form, comes the question, where do we go from here? How can he get even stronger than he already is? What might his next form be, and how can he achieve it? That's what we'll talk about in today's video. The Key of the Gods has been the main driving force behind Dragon Ball Super and its storyline. Every event and action in the animation is somehow impacted by the use of the Key of the Gods and the discovery of how to use it. Due to Dragon Ball Super's writing style focusing on a single type of key, we may notice the idea that the entire Dragon Ball series focuses on a single style. Dragon Ball, for example, focuses on the basic key that any mortal can use and explains how it can be adapted in basic combat. Dragon Ball Z, on the other hand, goes beyond the basic use of ki and how it can be used by alien species. Because of this, Dragon Ball Z's storytelling style has expanded beyond the basic use of ki and ground-level threats to higher, more explosive levels of ki used by alien races other than humans. Ki that is capable of destroying planets, suns, solar systems, and even galaxies. But while Dragon Ball focused on ground level and basic ki, and Dragon Ball Z focused on expanding ki beyond basic human use, Dragon Ball GT further expanded this idea by displaying levels of ki that at the time were considered godlike levels. Because the characters in GT performed feats we had not seen before, it seemed that the series could not explore higher levels of ki. However, there was one level of ki that remained unexplored, and that was the Key of the Gods. With the movie known as Battle of the Gods coming out in 2013, the world was introduced to the next pillar of power within the Dragon Ball franchise through the introduction of the Super Saiyan God and the God of Destruction Bills. The Key of the Gods was shown to the public in Battle of Gods and left for interpretation until the sequel film known as Fukatsu no F for Revival of F came out 2 years later in 2015. Fukatsu no F expanded the idea of Key of Gods so that it was highly received by fans around the world. It was a spark for fans old and new, showing that DB still had things to explore. Because of this, Super Saiyan Blue, at the time it was called Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, was introduced to the world. Super Saiyan Blue served as the next stepping stone beyond Super Saiyan God and Saiyan Beyond God. Frieza had even returned with a new god form of his own, titled Golden Frieza or Ultimate Evolution, confirming everyone's thoughts that not only Saiyajins could become something stronger than even a god. After the success of these two films, Toei Animation created Dragon Ball Super with the intention of delving even further into the realm of the God's Key, and that is exactly what they did. The entire basis of the anime expands beyond Super Saiyan Blue and how Goku and Vegeta, along with their friends and new enemies, discover new ways to tap into power that mere mortals should never reach. We were introduced to the fact that Kaioken could be mixed with these divine forms due to their serene nature, whereas in the past Kaioken and Super Saiyan would never have worked together due to their stress, anger, power, and lack of a serene presence within the user's ki potentially capable of killing the user. In addition to the idea of bringing back Kaioken, we were introduced to new forms such as Super Saiyan Ikuri and Super Saiyan Rose, two forms that are not directly beyond the realm of Super Saiyan Blue, but were able to combine with God. Later, however, we were introduced to the concept of Superior Instinct, which is the culmination of all divine ki within the user's body. Superior Instinct is something that the gods have been trying to master for centuries and centuries, but now Goku is able to do it himself. This technique serves as the final culmination of Goku and Vegeta's divine training, due to Whis foreshadowing this in Fukatsu no F when he began training the two. So now that we have mortals who are capable of being among the gods, what's next? It was never natural for mortals to obtain a level of power that only a god can have, but somehow it has become a reality and is now reaching its peak through superior instinct. But with Goku being able to master it in the future, what would come next? The Key of the Angels. Fans all over the world are speculating whether or not Dragon Ball Super will expand beyond the end of Z. People were even speculating from when the anime came out in 2015. It is possible that the continuation will come right now with the new season coming out soon. When that happens, it could expand the already established lore of Dragon Ball Super with the knowledge from the old seasons. Having a season occurring with the Key of the Gods already established would allow for many opportunities to be explored, and that includes the Key of the Angels. When we emphasize this, it is important to remember how the higher instinct is directly connected with the capabilities of the angels. After all, the change in hair color from black to white is definitive proof of this. Perfecting this technique could serve as the gateway for the gods of destruction to become as powerful as an angel, and this could refer back to Goku himself as well. Just like the Saiyajins reaching Super Saiyan, the Key of the Angels may be something much easier to control and maintain when one is in superior instinct form, and thus would justify the ability to have so much power, something that Goku could do eventually. Obviously, with the right training, this would be possible. Throughout Dragon Ball Super, along with the Battle of Gods and Fukatsu no F movies, we know that Whis is capable of using superior instinct, although it was never explicitly told to us. We can assume that all the angels are capable of using superior instinct due to them training the gods of destruction from their universes, which would justify them always having white hair, as they are constantly using this ability. The only reason we are focusing on Whis in particular is due to him training Goku and Vegeta. Goku is the only being besides an angel to use superior instinct with such precision and accuracy. We have seen Whis give Goku and Vegeta the same training he gives Bills, and obviously all the gods of destruction know about superior instinct. After the first appearance of superior instinct, we even see flashbacks to when Whis began training Goku and Vegeta, revealing to the audience that this new form was foreshadowed during Fukatsu no F and is the culmination of divine training for mortals and the gods themselves. The fact that they were able to control this technique so easily after possibly long training must have been not only because they are skilled, but because they know how to control the Angel's Key, which allows them to use other techniques even more impressive and above superior instinct, reaching a level of speed, power, reaction, and techniques of the angels, all this only because what they lacked to reach such a level was control of their Angel Key, something only possible to achieve when trying to achieve control of the higher instinct, possibly being nothing more than a rather humble technique next to any other they might use. Awakening the Key of the Angels would require not only training, but also an enormous amount of determination, and as always, a threat that makes the character do their best to save themselves or someone important. This sort of thing could be much more explored in a future Dragon Ball arc, whether in the manga, after the current arc, or in the next season of the anime, scheduled to be the sequel to Dragon Ball Super, but which we still don't know if it will be an adaptation of the current manga or just a completely original arc. That said, what would you like to see? Maybe a new tournament arc, but with even greater power as a reward. Maybe an arc with big threats, needing to unite everyone to save the universes. Who knows, maybe something a little different from what we're used to, but which could lead to Goku training and adapting to the Angel's Key at once, achieving his angel form. Leave in the comments what you'd like to see. That's it. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions for videos, don't forget to comment here below, because I'll be reading all of them as I always do. Also, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any content from your university.